Welcome back to this platform. My name is Leonard Bett, and I will be talking about research projects, academic research projects. You see, research is so wide, it's a very wide field, but in this platform, I'll be talking about academic research projects. You see, many institutions, part of what students are expected to do, irrespective of the level of your course that you're undertaking, whether it is a diploma, degree, master's, or even PhD, you are supposed to do a research project, and especially at the tail end of your course. And most students struggle to do a research project because of many reasons. And one of the factors is the fact that maybe they didn't have knowledge or they were not properly taught. They didn't acquire resources or knowledge or skills on how to write their research project because it is an all involving kind of thing. It is a process that is supposed to go through different steps, and you must be very careful because it involves data that you must be able to collect yourself from the field. And most of the times, if you are collecting yourself, whether it is primary data or secondary data, then you must be able to handle it very carefully because it involves sometimes data is very sensitive, and analyzing it, presenting it, then you must be able to do it in a way that may not be able to infringe on some people's rights or affect a particular course, whether economic data, health data, social data, financial data, or whichever. Then as a student, you must be very careful when you're handling that data. It depends on many things, including where you will be collecting that data, the tools that you are using to collect the data, and even the people that are supposed to give you that data, the respondents or the participants that are supposed to give you that data. For example, if you're dealing with, say, if it is a healthcare related study that you are carrying out, and you are supposed to collect data from patients, medical officials, or medical personnel in that institution or that hospital, then you must be very careful. The ethical considerations must come in, and you must consider when you are collecting data. And that's why I'm saying that it is very, very important for you as a student that you're collecting data. You need to be trained. Most institutions, in fact, all institutions train students on how to collect data. It's like any other subject that you're supposed to study in your class. So if you didn't have, or if you don't have adequate information on how you can be able to approach a research project or maybe undertake your research, then it becomes a challenge for you. That's why it is important to get the right skill, the requisite knowledge when you are writing your research project paper. And that is where we come in, that we can be able to help you. We coach you and mentor you if possible, that you can be able to have that knowledge on how you can be able to write your research project. Because depending on the data that you are doing, the purpose of your research, and many other factors, including the place that you are supposed to collect that data, then it can be able to go for a long time. It can be also, for example, if it is a cross-sectional study, meaning that you are doing a study that you are supposed to collect it from a single, or collect data from a single point, then it means that it may take a shorter time period. If it is another study, then it can even take, or some studies may take a longer time. Some may take 1 year, some may take even 2 years. If you are undertaking an undergraduate or postgraduate study, then most of the times it may not take a long time. It may take maybe 3 months, 6 months, and even 1 year. It is important for you as a student that you understand the basics and the specifics on how you can be able to be successful in writing your research project. And that's why we come in to help you, or to give you more support, to give you more skills where you need, on how you can be able to begin writing your research. Because it is one thing to start writing your research process, and it is another to complete it, and to complete it successfully, and to write a research that is going to be accepted by your supervisor or the institution that you are studying in.